All right, welcome back to Rose Idea, y'all. Today we got a special episode. Things are gonna be a little bit different today. I'm in studio. The team is not here, but I am not by myself. I put a poll up on my Instagram story maybe a couple weeks ago, asking if y'all wanted 21 questions back, and it was 98% yes. For the 2% who said no, today is fuck you. We're gonna do what we want to do. All right, we're gonna get the people, the 98%, what they want. Y'all 2%ers. Fuck y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all probably hit that shit on accident anyway.
If you lazy, you waking up at fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon and shit like that,
Popping bottles,
you're setting the tone for everybody because you're the leader.
popping pills,
That's just what comes with being a man.
popping bitch ass niggas.
I don't want nobody making decisions over my life except me. Not a woman, not a judge, not an officer, not no motherfucking body.
When them bullets hit him up, look like son had a seizure. Run out, give it up, you know the procedure. I be sipping Jack and honey.
I don't think nothing can make me feel like a man. I don't think nothing can make me not feel like a man.
Chains on my collar.
You can't take the benefits of being a man without the responsibilities.
Give you niggas halos on God in the king.
Before we go into that, I want to talk about Thanksgiving in New York. It was a great time. I love Thanksgiving in New York. Don't love New York, but Thanksgiving. It's not about the destination. It's about the people, right? That's what's most important. And it was some great people in New York. I went out there. I stopped in Connecticut first. You know what I'm saying? I was with the lady, and we saw her family, and I met her. I guess I met everybody before, but I spent a lot more time with everybody, and it was great. It was a great experience. A lot of love and things like that. Niggas got Picasso's in their house and shit. But moving forward from that, we met all the Patreon members as well. We met up with Ja, Dave, and Ashley, and Brittany, and Kiara came out from Philly, and Brian came out from Philly. Am I missing anybody? Dave's brother came out. Am I missing anybody? No? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So we had a great time. We had a great time, and I think that the thing I enjoy the most about being in spaces with the Patreon members is it feels like a real friendship family dynamic. It doesn't feel like niggas just been knowing each other for a long time. Like it feels very natural, very genuine every time. And the thing I like the most about it is that I'm never like, it's never awkward. It's always very genuine, and I'm never like the main character in the thing. And what I mean by that is like I remember it was a time where we was doing FC Network events, and Jody used to be like, we need to do a meet and greet. We need to do a meet and greet. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing a meet and greet for? Ain't nobody famous around this motherfucker. And she was like, nah, people want to meet you. People want to see you. And that was true. But at the same time, it just wasn't my personality. You know, Jody got that star quality. She got that like, you know, when she do the event, she gonna come out with the outfits and outfit changes and da da da. And that's her vibe. Like that's super her vibe. For me, I'm just like just a lot more laid back. I never want to be like the center of attention or like things like that. It's not something that I feel super comfortable with. And I also think that when you build a community, I don't think it's good to create a space where people are necessarily like paying to see you, like that's the centerpiece of it, or coming together to see you. I think it's more about creating a space where people can be around each other. And I think that that's what we've done with the Patreon community. Like it's just a space to where people are enjoying each other. It's certain positions I've been in, like at times with my fraternity where I'll show up at a space and everybody want to know what I think about something. Everybody want to know, you know what I'm saying? Or like, it's just kind of like it's too centered around me when that's not what the space is created for. But with our community, it's super like, people be vibing, kicking it. They don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could get up and leave. Niggas probably wouldn't even notice. Like, niggas be really like just enjoying themselves, man. And that's beautiful to me. And I also feel like when it comes to like just doing podcasting and media and stuff, I never want to commodify myself. I think that a lot of people commodify themselves in a way where like just even a meet and greet, for example, is basically like you're essentially selling a product to people and you're making yourself the product. You know what I'm saying? Like you're the product and people, you know, get to meet you. And because you're making yourself a product, you have to be the perfect product the whole time. Like you have to be in a good mood. You have to be, nothing can go wrong. Like things like that. You know what I'm saying? But in our community, like y'all done seen me get drunk as hell, get mad, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all have seen the real Terry. Like it's not a thing where I have to show up and perform, or you know what I'm saying? Like at a meet and greet, you got to be perfect, or you can get this, like it don't work like that with us. Like it's genuinely like just a genuine ass experience. And even when we was in Cancun, man, like everybody was fucked up, everybody was drunk, people had all types of different moments and ups and downs and things like that. Nothing very negative happening like that, but it was just a good experience. So shout out to the Patreon family, man. Love y'all. It's been a beautiful thing, man. It's been a beautiful thing. So
I'm about to pull up a random video of Safari doing backup dancing for Nicki Minaj. And you're gonna
delete that off your phone.
Saying it's cool.
Delete that off your phone.
You don't hear her screaming?
What?
Screaming.
What's screaming?
Oh, is it you? You put your seatbelt on?
I put mine on.
Oh, it's the back end.
I gotta put y'all seatbelt on.
Just buckle it. If I don't want to put it on, I don't care.
Your car is strict as hell. I ain't never seen no car trip over no back seat. Car don't give a fuck about niggas in the back seat. Y'all wanna do a Negro spiritual? Sure. To make your body shake. Negro spiritual time, let's go. Is this considered a bodega?
No.
No? Why not?
It ain't Spanish.
It's a negeda.
So, y'all got like food at all the little corner stores though? Thank you. You gotta make sure your candy not expired when you get candy from the store. Appreciate you.
So many.
Somebody give me Quaker real quick, man.
Somebody gonna be across the street.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Somebody gonna be across the street.
Oh, you gonna hit him with the anime ending music.
You don't have to.
Wait, why you didn't do yours like this?
Pray for someone like you. And what else? And I thank God that I like the way you move that thing. I see your body, it's glistening. All right. One more time. All right.
Outside of that, man, let's get into these questions. Are you ready?
Yep.
Talking to the mic.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay. So the first question is, what's a belief that used to guide your life that no longer fits who you're becoming?
A belief that used to guide my life that no longer fits who I'm becoming. I think it was more so like a lack of belief used to guide my life. Like I think that I had a lot of glass ceilings and a low self-efficacy, low expectations, low standards. I used to tell myself that certain things wasn't important because I didn't feel like I can obtain them. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that like a lot of those things are important now, like a big house, or I still don't give a fuck about cars, but like a big house or things like that, just reaching certain levels of success, I almost convinced myself that wasn't as important. And it was really because I didn't feel like I could obtain that because, wherever I was financially or whatever career I was in, like that just wasn't the track I was on. And I didn't feel too comfortable getting off of that track because that was my track. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was more so a lack of self-belief that guided my life. And now I'm more guided by just more of a sense of purpose and believing that like I'm working daily to reach that purpose. And I don't even look at purpose as like this solid destination that you reach one time and you just there. I think it's more so like something that it's an act. It's like is it a verb?
Purpose?
Yeah, is it a verb? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It's not a verb. You know how we say like love
can
is a
be viewed
verb?
as
Like it's
it.
what you do, right? I think purpose is like what you do. It's not like you find your purpose and you get there and that's it. And I think that with everything in life, like I was just having a conversation with somebody last night about confidence and being secure in yourself, and we act like that's like this concrete finite place that we reach, and like once we confident, we just confident for life, as if that can't change or be broken or flow up and down. And it can, depending on how we treat ourselves, how strong our boundaries are, you know what I'm saying, how we show up for ourselves, that's how we gonna feel about ourselves. That shit can come, it could go, it could be strong, it could be low, whatever, you know what I'm saying? This is, I think purpose is a similar thing. Like, you act out your purpose every day. It's not something that you just live life until you run into it and then you're there, or you there and it just maintains itself. Like, it's just like working out. Like, if you can work out, you can get the body you want. If you don't keep going, you're gonna lose the shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, next question. What we got?
And when it comes to choosing your purpose, how do you differentiate when you're striving for that goal between discipline and self-pressure?
I think discipline is self-pressure, right? Because discipline is like really just doing the shit that you don't want to do, but you know that it needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just following a routine. So I think that to be disciplined, I think that is a result of like kind of putting that pressure on yourself. Because nobody, like, when it comes to, if you're not in the army, or you're not like pledging a frat, or you're not like in some type of situation like that, nobody's really pressing you to be disciplined for real. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not at your mom's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not a child. Like, no one's, and even well, a lot of children these days, anybody really pressing them to be disciplined either. But like, nobody's really pressing that upon you. Like, your first day in college, nobody's there to wake you up. Nobody's there to make sure you get to class on time. If you miss how many days, the teacher probably ain't gonna say shit about it. Versus in high school, where you been at? Ooh, let's have a parent teacher conference. In college, they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, you have to kind of keep that pressure on yourself to remain disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think that there's a difference between self-pressure, discipline, and beating yourself up about shit, or just like putting too high of an expectation on yourself. And when it comes to that, I've been guilty of that a lot. Like, kind of being like, you always say I'm an all or nothing type person, which maybe, but it has served me well at points. But one thing I will say is that it's a certain level of balance to have like sustainability. You know, like, I think sometimes, for example, just to give a simple example, if somebody want to work out and they say like, you know, I'm gonna get on this workout journey, I'm working out 6 days a week, I'm cutting out this and that, and I'm gonna start tomorrow. It's like, even if you do it, is it sustainable for a lifetime? So you put this crazy pressure on yourself for this short amount of time, or for this, you know what I'm saying, this set amount of time, and then when that time is up, you go right back to your old standards and you end up losing whatever you worked for. So it's like, it's easier just to create something, a sustainable routine, and say, I'm gonna work out 4 days a week, I'm gonna eat like this, whatever, what I feel comfortable with, cut out a couple things. And over the course of the year, I might get the body I want. Versus, I could get this body in 3 months, but I gotta do some ridiculous, unsustainable shit. So I feel like that's kind of like the difference between like self-pressure and kind of just like kind of punishing yourself, or like beating yourself up, like doing too much.
Okay. So the next question I have is, what area of your life are you currently rebuilding from the ground up?
These questions ain't in the order you asked me before the show.
Because they sound better in the order I'm asking you.
It was other questions I was looking forward to. But anyway, what am I rebuilding from the ground up? I feel like I'm gonna have to, like, soon I'm gonna be rebuilding my consistency, my relationship, my routines with Kason from the ground up, my youngest son. I feel like I'm gonna be rebuilding that from the ground up, because I'm going through a lot of problems with his mom and trying to figure out what we gonna do custody wise and all this shit. So, yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna be rebuilding from the ground up.
I don't know if this question relates to it, but in that context, what emotion is hardest for you to name in real time?
Probably disappointment, embarrassment, those two. Because they both just lead to anger so fast that it's kind of hard to go back and be like, okay, what did I actually feel? Because I got mad so fast, and anger is always a secondary emotion. It's always something that you feel that leads you to anger. Like, you typically never, can you think of a situation where you just angry off bat?
Oh yeah, definitely, especially from a situation that is like triggering because of the disappointment or the
Right.
hurt.
So give me a situation.
Oh, a specific example. Um, like for example, not to get too personal, but like if you and I just have like a miscommunication, it would be like instantly like, oh, you don't care how I feel, but really it's just you didn't quite understand what I was asking of you at that moment.
So you get mad
Yeah.
because you feel like I don't care how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel like you're not being heard.
Yes.
And that leads you to anger. So you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's something that leads you to anger. Like if something happens and I feel embarrassed. Like it's no, like that's a primary emotion. Like that's the first thing I felt. And then it goes to anger. I can't think of a situation to where anger is the single emotion
primary
and it's
feeling.
the primary feeling. It's typically something that leads to that. So I think that embarrassment pisses me off very fast. And it's hard to go back to figure out why am I actually mad. So that's hard to express in real time. Probably fear at times because that makes me aggressive as well. It's been times where, or irritated. So it's been times where I've been in situations where I wasn't in control. Like it was one time I was with my son's mom and we was taking him to see fireworks and we met, she lived in like the middle of fucking nowhere. So she wanted to go see fireworks out there somewhere. And it was all of these like this white rural area. And like my experience with white rural areas is college, Carbondale, and it was very racist. You know what I'm saying? So anytime I'm in an environment like that, I be kind of like, I don't expect nothing. I'll be on my P's and Q's. Like I don't give a fuck if we on a road trip in the middle of Missouri somewhere. It's all I'm like, all right, let's get in and get the fuck out, right? So that was the situation. It was families lined up on the side of the road with their camping shit, with their lawn chairs to see the fireworks. It was these cars lined up and there was this one gap where it wasn't a car, but people were right there with their lawn chairs. And she tried to park right there. And I'm like, it's people right here. And she like, nah, fuck that, da-da-da-da. And my thing was, when this shit goes south, it's gonna be me and them. Like, you not gonna get out the car and fight these motherfuckers. You not finna, whatever they do, if they get to smacking your car, hit your car, some shit, da-da-da, it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to deal with the consequences of your behavior in this moment. And you doing some dumb shit that I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I don't agree with this, I'm not technically in control right now, but I'm gonna have to deal with the consequences of it. Is raising my anxiety and it's pissing me the fuck off because I know, and it ain't even about fighting. It's about what could, I don't got no gun on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what they got on them. They fucking rural white people. They probably got, it's probably a million fucking guns out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, if some shit go wrong, I'm going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, police show up, I'm going to jail. So the anxiety of it, it came off as like me just blowing the fuck up, like pissed. And I couldn't really pinpoint in that moment like, hey, I'm feeling very anxious right now. I need you to stop what you're doing and just listen to what the fuck I'm saying. But she already wasn't listening to what I was saying, so it took me there.
Okay. Well, that was like the personal development. You want to move on to relationship questions?
It's your show.
Okay. So what's the difference between compatibility and commitment to you?
I don't think the two are comparable at all. I think compatibility is just how well that you fit with the person, how well you gel with somebody. And commitment is just your willingness to stop the other things you're doing. I don't think it's a correlation between the two because you could be super committed to somebody you're not compatible with. You could be super compatible with somebody you're not committed to, or you could have both. You know what I'm saying?
If you could pick a percentage, what percentage would you feel is needed in a relationship for the two?
I think you need, I mean, unless the person is very forgiving about cheating, you're gonna need 100% commitment. And for compatibility, I think you gotta be like maybe 70, 75% compatible on a minimal level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think 100% compatibility, like, I don't think we see that often. That's like a perfect match. I don't think you really see that often. But 80% is like great though. You know what I'm saying? Like the other 20%, like you go in your room, I go in my man cave and we could just not, you know what I'm saying, deal with that. But I think as long as you like 70, 75, like you'll be great.
Okay.
But I do think compatibility is like the ace of spades that we don't talk about in dating. Like we always talk about who gonna pay the bills. Somebody wants somebody that's rich. Somebody wants a woman that's domestic. You know what I'm saying? Traditional. We talk about all these check marks that we want. You could have all of the boxes checked and not be compatible with the person. Like you could find exactly what you say you looking for and not like the person. And that's why I like when we had these conversations about people and like what they're looking for. I'd be like, why is that the standard? Because that shit not gonna matter. You could meet somebody who don't check none of those boxes and you connect with, you're compatible with them. Like the personalities just gel, they match, they vibe, it's great. The sex might even be great, right? But they don't match, they don't check none of the boxes that you're actually looking for. They not a family person, they got kids, they got whatever the fuck the case may be. And then you can meet somebody who check every single box. And so the compatibility is really like the ace of spades. Like that's gonna determine everything. And we act like we have these standards and so much control over what we're gonna accept and what we don't. And compatibility is not even something that we can control. And I think that's the crazy part of dating.
I think also sometimes we have compatibility as far as friendship with people that we conflate, and now we think it's romantic.
Okay. I think romantic is optional though.
It can, yeah, it is optional, but someone can check, like, for example, you'll hear, like, just using women, you'll hear women say, like, oh, he's funny, we have fun together, and it's like, you could do all that with your friend who doesn't make you miserable, you know?
Well, how does he make it? If they're compatible, the person wouldn't be making them miserable.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like the compatibility of like, this is somebody that you could have just been friends with and not have the romantic aspect, because the romantic aspect is what's stressing you out.
I'm arguing that the example you're giving, the people just not compatible. The nigga just funny. like that. That's it. like I don't think that's compatibility. I just think like the nigga just funny. You know, it's a difference between. I'm not saying that like I don't want to confuse compatibility with vibes. That's not the same thing. Like vibes and compatibility is two different things. Compatibility is like we want some of the same things in life, right? Like it's not a thing of like I want to live in the suburbs by a creek with no neighbors, and you want to live downtown Chicago, and you're very firm about that, and I'm very firm about we're not. That's compatible. That's an example of people not being compatible. So it's not just about being funny and shit. It's not about vibes. It's about like the things that you care about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is the things that you care about, but I think there is an emphasis on those, I guess, minute, what you feel like, those vibes things.
No, that's a part of compatibility.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that like if you have the vibe, I feel like compatibility is like this umbrella, right? Vibes is under that umbrella, but the things you care about is too. If you just got the vibes, you're not compatible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to have, I'm not saying you have to have everything to be compatible, but I'm saying that like just because somebody's funny or just because you have fun with somebody, I agree. If you're just having fun with somebody and y'all don't see life the same at all, y'all could have just been friends because y'all not compatible. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, vibes only get you through the door.
It could get you a lot further than that. Unfortunately, it just should only get you through. It probably shouldn't even get you through the door. Like, it should get you through the weekend, maybe.
The weekend is longer than the door.
Nah, the weekend is the porch.
Okay, I heard you. Okay, when did you first understand that relationships take skill and not just love?
Probably after therapy for sure, because before that I just thought that my idea of right and wrong was right and wrong. Like that's it. Like if I feel like this, if I feel slighted by this, then it was wrong. Like why you did it, all that shit, cool. You're wrong. You know what I'm saying? I think therapy taught me to see things from the other person's point of view, be able to put myself in other people's shoes, be able to understand that every situation that you go through with a person started before you went through it with the person, because the outlook and their perspective and how they receive information and how they feel about things, what they're triggered by, all of those things started before you met them. So this situation and how it makes them feel is a microcosm of who they are as a person regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about you. Like most things just are not about you. You just influence the moment. So once I started to realize that was after therapy. I think that, maybe in the last 2-3 years, I started to realize how important, maybe 3-4 years, I started to realize how important communication skills are, conflict resolution is, active listening. I learned that in like 2020. I learned the importance of it. I ain't gonna say I learned the skill of it, but I learned the importance of being able to just really sit and listen to somebody. You know what I'm saying? In like 2020. So probably in the last 5 to whatever years.
And from learning that, were you able to now notice that the relationship patterns that you were responsible for creating?
Yeah, definitely. So for me and men like me who could be wild niggas at times, whether it be in the past or now, a lot of the perceptions that we have of women are created by our own doing, right? So if a guy like me who was on some wild shit, fucking with a bunch of different chicks, feel like, oh, women is hoes, women is this, women is that, that thought process is my own doing. Like yeah, she's a hoe because I'm a hoe and I'm out looking for a hoe. And when they do some hoe shit, now I'm projecting it on all women. You know what I'm saying?
The circle of life.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm kicking it. The good woman who's what we call hard to get, she just value herself. Well, she playing hard to get. The woman who value herself, who's not finna let you fuck on the first night, who don't seem like she finna let you fuck no time soon, who's making you actually show her something to get any type of depth from her. Like, I'm ignoring. I don't want to deal with that. Like, fuck that, right? That's not what I'm looking for. I'm on some whole shit I'm trying to fuck with who on the same type of time as me. So when I get the woman who is, easy, not too fucking easy, but she easy enough to make me feel like I'm conquering some shit. She easy enough to make me feel like I'm overcoming some type of challenge, and I fuck with her and I get with her and she fuck with me easy. Then she go fuck my friend and then she go do, oh, these hoes ain't shit. Woo. But it's just like, I'm just attracting myself over and over again. So I think that maybe that's not a pattern in a committed relationship, but that's the pattern of relationships that you go through when you're receiving the energy that you put out in the world. You know what I'm saying? So I think all of the patterns in relationships we're responsible for as individuals, whatever the patterns are.
Okay, and next question. What's the difference for you between feeling needed and feeling valued?
I think when people need you, I mean, the difference is, how do I put this? Like when people just need you, you can feel that they want to get the result. Like they're just trying to get to a conclusion as soon as they can, right? Like they're using you as a means to an immediate end, right? So the difference between asking for money versus asking for advice about money. Or even if you need the money right now, it's like asking what's the best way to handle this? How do you think I should do this? Hey, I'm in this situation. I might need a couple dollars, but I also don't even know how, like maybe I'm managing something wrong. Versus like, hey, just let me get whole $500 real quick. You know what I'm saying? And if you do have something to say about it, like, damn, bro, well, maybe like, how do you be saving, bro? Like maybe you should start, you know what I'm saying? Like set up your direct deposit to where it hit the savings account, a little bit of bread hit the savings account before it hit your checkings account. So you don't even got to worry about that. And the bread just there. Whenever something go wrong, you'll be surprised how much money in that other account. You ain't even looked at it. If a nigga ain't trying to hear that, then he don't value you. You know what I'm saying? A nigga just trying to get what they need fast as possible. Is like, a nigga just want your resources and not your opinion. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying?
I think also, just to add my 2 cents, is there's a sense of reciprocity when it comes to being valued.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than with need, people can tend to take advantage of people that they need.
Yeah.
Whereas valued is like, I want to show you that I'm grateful for what you are doing for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that as well. And that come in different forms, man. Like, because I think even when it comes to, I don't know why in my mind it just borrowing money. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not something that even happened in my life that much. But I think it's just a common thing people can relate to. Like, there's other ways to reciprocate that. You know what I'm saying? There's other ways to, like, you don't have to do the exact same thing a person did for you, for them. Like, I realize that I'm the advice guy for most people, the relationship advice guy, right? Like I'm the person who, you know, people call a lot of times when they going through some in a relationship. I don't expect that back from people. You know what I'm saying? But I do expect that, like, whenever I'm in need of something, that I could call on some of those people who called on me for whatever it is. And usually it's just to point me in the right direction for whatever I need. It's not even like to give me what I actually need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. This is about you and I. How has our relationship challenged you to grow?
How you making this personal? This was supposed to be just, they not even supposed to know who you are.
You already.
I didn't.
Oh, well, I did.
Okay, whatever. Go ahead.
I asked, how has our relationship challenged you to grow?
It hasn't. No, I'm just playing. I mean, I think it just challenges me to put the skills that I'm learning in a theoretical sense to practice, right? It forces me to put theory to practice. So, you know, through experience, through therapy, through just growth in general, you start to understand different concepts of things that you did wrong in the past. You know, when it comes to like conflict resolution, being patient, listening to people, being forgiving, being understanding, whatever the case may be. You learn these things, and it's easy to learn it when you listen to a podcast about it or when you read a book about it, and you know how you should handle a situation. But eventually, you're going to be in a situation, you have to actually do it, and that's difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult on every level. Like, for example, I remember when I was boxing, I remember when I first started boxing when I was a kid, you have whatever natural instincts you have in a fight. You get what I'm saying? So if your natural instinct is to throw a punch a certain way or if your natural instinct is to cock back to throw a punch for more power, which is everybody's natural instinct, then that's how you fight. And when I started boxing, of course, I'm training against that, right? We training for like this efficiency, this like body mechanics efficiency, like no wasted movement, right? So you don't cock back for punches, you throw straight punches, you do these things. And you practice on these mitts. You punch in your coach's mitts, and then you practice on the bag. Then you practice in the mirror, and you practice and you practice and you practice. And then when you finally get in the ring and it can hit you in your mouth, that shit goes out the window. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you go right back to cocking back, because the initial rush of like, this is real. This is, you know, real anxiety. Like, it's pain. It's, you know, it's things that's happening that I don't want to happen. So everything that I learned goes out the window, and I go right back to my instincts. I go right back to the systems, to my innate systems, instead of these new things that I've been taught. So you have to really practice being in those high pressure situations, being under stress, anxiety, and in that space, still practice throwing the punch the right way, still practice not cocking back, still practice efficiency. And I think that in this situation, emotionally, that's what it is. It's like, okay, you've picked up these skills over the years. Now it's time to put them into practice. And like, can you do it? You know what I'm saying?
And just to piggyback, because I know we're both dealing with this. So how do you find balance between your independence and the partnership? I don't want to hear about the man cave.
I mean, that's the biggest thing, you know what I'm saying? Nigga gotta have a little decompression space, you know, the hyperbolic time chamber. I come out of that looking younger every day. You said what was the question?
How do you find balance between independence and partnership?
Just keep maintaining your friendships. I think, you know, a lot of times people get in relationships and then the partner is like the best friend, the everything, the this, the that, da, da, da. I think it's still kind of like respectfully maintaining some of your same traditions or habits that you can maintain that still respect your relationship. Like, I still want to go out to the bar with Jones and just kick it, you know, with me and Jones. I still want to just maintain I want to go to TJ house and watch Sunday night football and just be with the guys sometimes. I think, you know, just finding different ways like that to maintain your autonomy. You know what I'm saying?
And what's a love language you didn't know you needed until you experienced it?
Shit, all of them, I guess. needed, I don't know. I think the only ones that I feel like I really need is, okay, so I'm gonna tell you how I look at love languages to make sure I'm answering this question right. I don't look at love languages as the things that I enjoy, because I enjoy all of them. I think a lot of people, when you ask, what's your love language? All of them. What the fuck? I want the gifts. I want quality time. I want physical touch. I want, what's the other one? Gifts, quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation, and acts of service, right? People want all 5, and there's nothing wrong with that. But which one makes you feel like a person loves you, right? Like physical touch don't make me feel loved. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I already feel loved, it'll make me feel loved. But that same physical touch from somebody who I know don't love me is not gonna make me feel loved. So it's not a love language it's not my love language, right? As opposed to acts of service will make me feel loved by somebody who I didn't previously think loved me. You know what I'm saying? Because like you're going out of your way. So I think that's like my real love language. I would say that I didn't always know that. Like I used to think physical touch was my love language, so I was a horny ass nigga. I think most niggas is horny ass niggas. They're like, physical touch, yeah, suck with it. Like,
I'm glad you've grown. How has love changed your priorities in life?
whew, I don't think my priorities in life have changed. Yeah, I don't think my priorities in life have changed. I don't think it's changed any of my priorities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. What excites you or scares you the most about the act of being in love? It could be either or.
I think what's exciting is experiencing things with a new lens. I think that I can go to my favorite place by myself. I could go to my favorite place with Jones. I could go to my favorite place with you. And there's going to be 3 different experiences. And I think that the experiences you have traveling, going to concerts, all of those things, just it's a different and more unique experience when you do it like on some love shit, on some relationship shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's exciting to experience the world in certain ways like that. Like, you know, when we went to Colombia, I wasn't on no like passport bro shit, like trying to nail prostitutes and shit like that. I was actually like enjoying the beauty of, you know, the city. Like when I was younger and we went to Miami for the first time, we went to all these things, like we was just chasing chicks the whole time. I think when you go somewhere with somebody, you actually on some like relationship shit, you actually get into the culture, you get into this, you get into that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like with the guys, you're not really doing that. You're trying to find, even if you're not trying to chase and smash every girl, you're still trying to find where the party at, where it's turned at, where it's lit at. You're not really soaking in the environment that you're in. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different lens.
What's something that you've never thought you would value in a partner?
What was the other question? What was the part 2 to the last question?
Scares or excites you. So you only said
scares.
excite.
I think the scary part about love is all the connections that come with it. So when you integrate your life with another person, you start to be around their family, their friends, and you start to grow relationships that you might really value through that. And I was like, if that person fuck up, or if you fuck up, whichever way it go, and you gotta sever that relationship, you're probably gonna lose those other relationships as well. And I think that's always been the thing about me that I didn't like, is that like, I might be tired of this bitch, but I fuck with her moms though. Like her mom's hella cool. And I kind of want to still, I know that if we part ways, me and her mom cannot have that same relationship at all, because she's gonna move on and her mom is gonna have to be what she was to me, to this new nigga. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. And she don't want me interacting with her mom. Like she gonna be like, mom, like I only fuck with dude no more. Like stop talking to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that there's nothing wrong with the woman feeling that way. There's nothing wrong with the mom creating that boundary. But I think that, and it might not even be, it might be a kid. It might be a niece or a nephew that you just, you know what I'm saying? She might have a fucking, and I'm just throwing examples out there. Let's say she got a nephew or a son, right? That you have become like a big part of their life. Like you've become like a masculine figure in their life, and they look to you for advice. And the first time they got bullied, they came to you, or you might have taught this nigga how to fight or whatever it can be. Y'all start fucking with each other, you lose that relationship. That's the scariest part to me. That's the scariest part. Because I think that's probably the only thing that could keep me around longer than I should is the other relationships. Like that person fuck up, I'll leave this motherfucker. But like I'll start fucking with the actual woman, the person. I'll start fucking with her. But I think what'll keep me around longer than I should would be the relationships with other, especially if it's kids and shit like that. Yeah.
Okay. You ready to move on to the next one?
Nope. And there's another thing. No, just
wait, which one did I ask? Oh, what's something that you never thought you would value in a partner?
Something that I value. I'm assuming I value it now, but I never thought that I would, right?
Yeah, it was something that was never on your list of things.
I think everything I value now is something that I would expect from a relationship. I think that all in all, I think that I'm a lot more poised now than I would be single. What I mean by that is, and that sounds like an attribute of my own instead of an attribute of the person, but I think it comes from the person. I think it, just merging with people. I believe that like when I'm left to my own devices, I can overthink more, and I can lose focus more and things like that. But I think when you're dealing with someone who's like looking at you all the time, it just keeps you more focused. And it doesn't leave a lot of room in my mind for confusion or stagnation or stress. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't afford to not know what to do and just be stressed the fuck out. I gotta kind of like, all right, figure this out, and live with those decisions. You know what I'm saying? Versus like, if I didn't have that, and having kids also does that to an extent, right? But the kids are so young. Like when you have a kid, it's like, okay, I gotta get my shit together. I gotta be on this. I gotta be on that. I gotta figure out my careers. When you have a kid young, it can make some people like, right? It can make you be more responsible immediately, right? But at the same time, with kids, they still don't know what the fuck is going on. As a parent, you kind of know that you got some time to get shit together before they even realize what's going on. You might have been struggling, and your parents, you might have, our parents might have been struggling while we was little, but let us tell it, we had this beautiful childhood. It's just that we don't remember the hard shit, or they just presented things in such a way that we didn't even know what was going on. So we had a beautiful childhood, even though they were stressed the fuck out, right? And if they do it right, you won't know. But with an adult, they know exactly what the fuck is going on. So it's nothing to hide behind. You don't have the time to hide behind things, or you don't have the luxury to hide behind what's actually happening. So you have to make decisions. I have to make decisions. I have to live with those decisions. I have to just be on top of what I'm on top of. I don't have a lot of time. I can't afford to be like, you know what? I said I was going to say this. I said I was going to make this move, but fuck it, I'm kicking it this summer. Because it's somebody else that got to deal with the consequences of that immediately. You know what I'm saying? So now a million things could be going wrong, which they do. And like I think I have a lot more tolerance for things to go wrong at this point in life. But a million things could be going wrong, and I'm still kind of just be on point. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna let it bother me too much because, and I also think that it was a study about, this might be a big part of it too, that I might be underestimating a little bit. It was a study about these kids, and it was saying that kids are more brave when their parents are around, right? So for example, they did a study where, let's say a kid wants to jump off the table or jump off a couch. They will watch the kids, and if a parent wasn't around, the kid would come to the edge of the table and they wouldn't jump. But if the parent was there, the kid would get to the edge of the table and look back to see if the parent was watching. If the parent was watching, they would jump. Because a part of it is saying that I'm probably going to be okay because mom is here. So I'm going to jump. And regardless of what the fuck happened, I believe I'm going to be okay. And they say that that's the same thing with people in relationships and why married people are typically more successful, because you're willing to take more risk with the belief that you have a strong support system. You're going to be okay regardless. So it might be some of that as well.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the last 2 questions I want to ask you. So first, if one of your sons asked you, how do I become a good man? What would you say to them?
Number 1, be careful with your word. Like, we always talk about keeping our word. You got to keep your word. You got to be careful with your word, because the only way that you can keep your word is if you're careful with it. If you say yes a lot, you can't keep your word. You put yourself in impossible positions. So, number 1 is be comfortable telling people no. I remember I used to say that, like, you tell me no all the time. I'm like, I'm very comfortable with telling motherfuckers, like,
It's
nah.
the way you say it.
Like, no, we're not doing that. Like, it's not happening, right? And I think it also sets the tone that you somebody who have like boundaries. And not saying that that's the goal is to set a tone or anything like that, but it's just more so that, like, you got to just be careful, because if you say yes, you have to do it. Like, that's the biggest thing, because that's integrity, right? That's integrity. I think another thing is you have to have a vision for your life. You have to organize that vision. Like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. Okay, do it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, my favorite artist is Kanye West. And one thing that he said in an interview that was fire to me, and she was like, most people, parents tell them that they could do anything. My mama told me I could do everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference. So it's like, that's why I'm rapping, producing, making clothes, doing this. Like, I feel like I could do all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I agree with that. I think you can have as many careers as you want, but you got to organize your steps. You got to have a clear vision, but you have to organize your steps. You have to have integrity. Again, you have to have discipline. And I think when integrity, discipline, and the vision, it's not too much more you need. Like, it's not like you're going to be a perfect nigga out here. Like, great communication would be stellar. Being personable, all of those things would be stellar. But I think if you have, discipline, integrity, and a clear vision, you're going to be okay.
And my last question is, how do you want your children, when exposing them to your relationships, how would you hope they learn about love?
From what they see of me,
Mm-hmm.
I hope they learn about love. That it's a partnership, that it's a team effort. You know what I'm saying? It's not a one-sided thing. It's something that you have to wake up and just decide to do every day. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, it's a team. It's not a one-way street. It's not a happy wife, happy life. It's not that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe in that. I believe that it's a not a tug of war, but it's like a give and take thing, and it's constant. And it's not like a keeping score type of give and take, but it's more of a give and take of, shit, today I might do everything. You know what I'm saying? I might do everything for a while, but I know that, and it's already been shown, and it's going to be shown consistently, that, like, when the roles is reversed, that person willing to do everything if that time comes. So, yeah.
And also, it can be fun. You can like the person you're with, enjoy their company. It doesn't all have to be like strategy and marriage, and
Well, they learn that on TV. They know that already. What?
They can see it on TV and not see it in real life.
Well, I think that, okay, so I guess the question I'm thinking, like, these are the things I hope that they learn. I think they would learn that it's fun. Just, like, I know they're going to know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think that I play around a lot. And I got that from my father. My father, like, played around, like, nonstop. Like, when I was a kid, he joked, like, constantly. And I kind of play around a lot as well. So I think that they already got that. I don't think that it's going to be tough for them.
All right. That's a wrap, Mr. Roseland.
I thought you had 17 questions.
That was 17.
Really? That's all of them?
Yeah, you went through them quick.
Quick pumper.
First of all, I don't need anyone counting and be like, no, it was actually 14
They gonna get on
in the
your ass.
comments.
They gonna get on your ass. All right, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode, man. Can't wait to have Jones and Real back in the studio next week. No idea what we're gonna talk about, but Can't wait. If y'all have some ideas for topics, make sure y'all hit me up. Let me know. Also, subscribe to the motherfucking YouTube. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure you scan this link right here. I think it's right here somewhere. To subscribe to the Patreon, to the Safe House. Here are the monologues. I think I've been doing very good on monologues lately. I've been yapping a lot. I've been having these monologues that I'm like, look, I got 15 to 30 minutes to get this done. Been going overtime and things like that, man. So we got the Shadow Work Group where we meet every other Saturday. And we talk pretty much about how the topics that's discussed on the podcast and other things affect the personal development of ourselves, of the people listening. You know what I'm saying? So I know sometimes you might be watching a pod and you're like, damn, I got an opinion about this. I got an opinion about that. Or this affect me this way. This affect me this way. Or I got a question about something. We kind of come together as a community and have those conversations in the Shadow Work Group. And in the Safe House, you just get a ton of fucking content. You just get a ton of content, monologues, all of those things. So that's that, man. We out.
We out.
We out.
It's all God in the cake.